Good morning, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. We're doing the 30-day accent challenge where we bring you a live video every day for 30 days to help you work on your American accent. We've been talking about pronunciation and intonation topics, specific sounds, difficult words, difficult speaking situations. You can find all of the first videos in our playlist on Speech Modification's channel page. If you subscribe, you'll get notified when we have live classes, both for the 30-day accent challenge and our Friday question and answer classes, where you can come with your American accent questions. Today in the 30-day challenge, I want to talk about ways to use YouTube and other TV, movies, other media to improve your American accent. So obviously, you're watching YouTube and you're using it to improve your American accent. My channel and my videos are all great for this. They will answer specific questions, give you general training. You can look for on the channel page in the search box any of your questions and find the answers. Of course, you can always comment on my videos and ask questions, and I'll get back to you with either the place to find the answer in my videos I've already made, or I may make you a video specifically answering your question. I love your feedback because it gives me the ideas of what people need to hear about and the questions people have when they're working on their American accent, so please contribute. But in addition to using my channel and specific videos about pronunciation, about intonation, you can use TV, movies, and YouTube in other ways to get some practice for American accent. And one of the things I'm going to suggest is try to do this when you're watching TV or movies or YouTube for pleasure. Of course, it's good to sit down and practice and be very specific and intentional about working on your American accent. But another aspect of the American accent is being surrounded by American English. The best and easiest way to make improvements in your understanding and speaking of American English is to be surrounded by native speakers. Now, for many of you who live in other places of the world, this is not possible. You aren't in North America, you aren't surrounded by daily speaking tasks with American English, so you may want to use American media to help you with that. It's also difficult sometimes for some of you who are here in the US or Canada to have the confidence you need to go into those types of speaking situations. So sometimes to build that confidence or to get that experience, if you can't get it around you, using media is a great idea. So for pronunciation, using YouTube and other media sources, here's some things that I suggest. First of all, I suggest turning on the closed captioning when you're watching videos. I have a video showing you how to do this on YouTube and on other media sources. Typically, you're just going to find a little box that says CC or subtitles, or it looks like writing, and click on that. And even though you understand English, can listen to the English, if you see the written words as someone is speaking, it actually assists in your pronunciation as well as your understanding, because the written words are paired with what the person is saying. So it helps you note the small words, it helps you note the details, and there's been research to show that it actually can help your pronunciation. So that's the first step. Turn on closed captioning, follow along. And you may find that the quality of the captions depends on the source. If you go to my website, you may find that I've put captions on some of my videos that I've created. On YouTube, typically YouTube creates the captions, so they're not always 100% accurate, but I've tested a number of my videos and I find them to be quite good, so you'll find that to be helpful. So next, choose a listening target when you're watching media or YouTube. If you've been working on your Z sound on the ends of words, for example, listen to the video, listen to the American speakers, and see if you can hear that Z sound. Remember that your accent acts as a filter on what you're hearing, as well as your pronunciation. And as you improve your listening skills, that will help your pronunciation as well. If you can hear the Z's in the American speaker, this will help you be more aware when you're speaking of which words to pay attention to, and to notice, oh, I didn't realize that there's a Z sound on that word, for example. Or perhaps you're working on the TH sound. This is a common error pattern for many people that they need to focus on. So choose just the one sound, listen to the TV show, the movie, the YouTube video, and listen for which words have that TH sound. In addition, for that target, it can be helpful to closely watch the speaker's mouth. Can you see the tongue between the teeth? Can you see that position? The more input you get, visually, auditorily, and consciously paying attention to those sounds, the easier it will be for you to correct your speech patterns and to adopt those American patterns. Or you could select a vowel sound you're working on and try to notice every time you hear a word with that vowel sound. One good idea is to have a list in front of you of some of the common words that have that vowel sound. You can find those resources on my website, speechmodification.com, or on my vowels playlist. Pull up words with that vowel that you're trying to change, trying to work on, listen for it, and add additional words as you're listening to the TV or the movie. And that will really help you tune in to those vowel sounds. Lastly, you can slow down the playback speed of YouTube videos, and I highly recommend this when you're working at a more advanced level, or even actually at a beginning level, because when you're listening to the speech more slowly, you can hear the way words connect, you can hear the vowel sounds and consonant sounds more clearly. It's very helpful for pronunciation as well as intonation. I have a video that was just uploaded yesterday, and you can also get a link to it on my website, showing you how to slow down any YouTube video. It's really very simple. I recommend going to 3/4 speed because it still sounds fairly natural, but you get that little extra boost of really hearing clearly what's happening in the pronunciation and intonation in American English. Those are ideas for pronunciation. You can also use media for intonation practice, and this is a great way to tune in to that secret code that we call intonation. You may find it helpful to watch some of the earlier 30-day broadcast accent challenge broadcasts about intonation so that you have an idea of what you're listening for, or go to my intonation playlist or my Real Talk playlist and learn a little bit about intonation. Then go back to your TV shows that you like, your movies, your YouTube videos, and use some of the same tools. Slow down the video and listen for those ups and downs, those patterns of intonation. You can pause the video after someone says something and try to imitate what you heard. Can you raise your pitch the way they did? Can you lengthen certain words and shorten other words? You can even take something that someone says and don't worry as much about the words and just try to say the pitch. So for example, if you're watching a show and a character comes in and says, "Hey, how's it going?" You can pause the video and say, Try to just get that pattern, that flow of the pitch without even worrying so much about the words. I'll be creating a series of videos that teach you some of these skills for intonation. That will be some specific practice, but general practice, it's very good to be listening intentionally for intonation in American media. So those are some ideas for intonation. You can use my Real Talk playlist, like I mentioned, to help you listen for intonation patterns, as well as linking and reductions in fluent speech. And remember to have fun with it. The more you can listen to and be absorbing the American English with certain intentional targets in mind, the more progress you'll make on those specific targets. So take your practice time, use some of it for specific practice and some of it for having fun, listening to American media, and using it to your advantage in terms of improving your American accent. If you have any questions about what I've suggested today, you can leave comments here on this video and I'll answer you. Also on any of my videos that I refer to in this video. Thanks so much for joining me. Make sure that you go to the website speechmodification.com to get the materials for today's class. There's some additional links and videos to help you with some of those suggestions I made in today's video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you get notified. Click on the little bell and YouTube will let you know when I'm live and when I've uploaded a new video. Thank you for being part of the 30-Day Accent Challenge. Tomorrow we'll be having day 28. Today is 27, yes. So tomorrow is day 28 of the challenge. 3 more days left, and we'll be talking about a new topic for American English accent training. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Christine Dunbar. Remember, if you want to sound American, you can do it. speechmodification.com.